When you look into the sky in Borderlands 2 or Borderlands the pre-sequel, chances are you'll see the famous Helios space station. This space station is the headquarters for Hyperion in the games. It is not only a major housing complex for Hyperion, but acts as a weapon to keep the citizens of Pandora and Elpis repressed. This space station can send reinforcements down to the surface, but can also fire orbital assaults called moonshot blitzes. Today, on the new Age Gamers, we are going to dive into Orbital Bombardment and learn how realistic it is.
As we know, as seen in Borderlands, Helios shoots lasers from the space station to decimate targets on the ground. Currently, there are no governments that have space weapons, even though some have planned out in great detail their weapons. Look at the Nazi sun gun, and how it would reflect the sun's rays. We made a video talking about this, so click on that link if you would like to learn more about it. It seems like a great idea if you're a nation that wants to get ahead in the arms race to decimate your enemies, right? Well, unfortunately not. On January 27, 1967, the Outer Space Treaty was signed. This treaty bans nations from putting weapons of mass destruction in space or on the moon. Some might consider space stations that shoot lasers a violation of this treaty, so sorry, Handsome Jack, Helios might not be able to be built.
Many historians think that because of the Outer Space Treaty, humanity has limited itself in space. The treaty also talks about not being able to claim territory in space. Why would a nation spend billions of dollars just for the sake of exploration when they gain nothing in return? However, this brings up an interesting point. Hyperion is a company, not a nation. So following by these rules, Hyperion can settle planets and build bases, like on Pandora and Elpis, but not build Helios. This is the logic in Borderlands canon, because you see many companies fighting over Pandora, but not one of them is a country. While this is interesting, it gets away from the point. With the Outer Space Treaty standing in the way, how will there ever be a space station that can be used as a weapon like we see in Borderlands? Well, we are going to need to change the weaponry. Helios can't use lasers, but it could use conventional weapons. The Outer Space Treaty never said anything about conventional weapons. Now, I bet you are wondering, what are these conventional weapons you speak of? Well, it varies by definition, but the best way to explain it is to give an example. Kinetic bombardment. How kinetic bombardment works is simple. You get a heavy object and put it in orbit. When you're ready to attack, all you do is release the heavy object and it falls back to Earth. The force of re-entry speeds of the object until it is a devastating weapon. The first time this idea is seriously considered is in Robert Heinlein's The Moon is a Harsh Mistress.
It is a good book. Go read it. Seriously, it is at times a spaghetti western in space, but other times is a novel about libertarianism. I mean, who does that?
Brody, go away. Leave.
Okay.
Leave.
Bye.
Go. Anyway, this idea has become more popular over the years as we have seen it in more and more movies and games, such as G.I. Joe the movie or Call of Duty Ghosts. So, on an alarming note, if Helios replaced a laser with a heavy object that could be dropped, it would be completely legal in the eyes of the UN. Interesting, huh?
However, in the Borderlands series, Hyperion can deploy loader bots and even vehicles from Helios to Pandora and Elpis. As seen in the series, Hyperion fires loader bots from a cannon on the space station. But what if they use kinetic bombardment? Think about it. If you have a loader army that is built strong enough to survive impact on the surface of a planet, you can have a standing army anywhere in the world in minutes. This could be a quick way for Hyperion to conquer planets or other bodies in space.
So, to sum things up, no, you cannot build Helios in the same fashion you see in Borderlands. But if a company is able to make slight variations of it, the space station could pass the Outer Space Treaty and be on its way. So next time you see a shooting star in the night sky, be sure that it is a star, and not an object being dropped from space. And on that alarming note, This is Brody and the New Age Gamers wishing you a great day.